children. I hope all of you are doing great and I hope all of you are fit, healthy and safe. So for us in this video, we are going to crack one of the poems from your honeycomb textbook, and the poem which we are going to do today is The Rebel, written by D.J. Enright. Now, for you just to get an idea, I've given you some pictures. So, does this person come into your mind for some reason? And look at this picture. What are you able to comprehend from this picture? If you look at these two pictures, you get to see that it tells us about people who take a different path. Okay? Now, if you look at this person, if you look at this picture, he is an Argentinian revolutionist. And if you look at this picture, you see that all the arrows are moving towards one direction. Just one arrow alone takes the opposite direction. So if we are to comprehend this picture, it tells us that people go with the flow except for one person who goes the opposite direction. So a rebel is one such type of a person who takes the opposite way. Now, you may ask me, who is a rebel or what is a rebel? So, yes, let's get to see introducing the title to you, a rebel or the rebel. So, who am I? A rebel is a person who rises in opposition or armed resistance against an established government or leader. A rebel, he also defies, opposes and resists the rules. And for sure, he is a non-conformist. Okay? So what does this mean? It means that a person who normally goes against the societal rules, or if a person stands up against the government or the leaders, okay, they are called as a rebel. Let's see some of the qualities of a rebel. A rebel does not follow any rules, one who hates the authoritative figures, one who loves to follow a different path. So these are some of the qualities of the rebel. Before we begin the poem, let me just tell you, the title is of course a little startling, it's a little frightening, but the poem is not so. Okay? The poem is a simple poem where our everyday or day-to-day life is being portrayed. So let's get to the poem, The Rebel. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. So you see, the language is very simple over here. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. So what does this mean here? In each of the couplets, what is a couplet? Two successive lines together, and usually they have separate meanings. Okay, that is called as a couplet. So if you look at each couplet, There's a difference. Okay. So look at the first one. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. That means the rebel usually likes to do things in the opposite way. Okay. Now all these lines, the first lines 1, 2, 3 and 4. The first lines, it tells us about how the normal people do things. The second lines here 1, 2, 3 and 4. It tells us how the rebel reacts to the normal situations of life. Okay. So see here on the second one. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. So you see, the language in the poem is simple and it just portrays our day-to-day lives. So the meaning of the word disturbance, the interruption of a settled and peaceful condition. Example, a helicopter landing can cause disturbance to residents. Moving ahead, when everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. So, looking at the first couplet, we get to see that when the children goes to school wearing a uniform, the rebel prefers to go all dressed up, all decked up and in fanciful clothes. But when the same children, when they get dressed up and when they go in fanciful clothes to the school, the rebel goes soberly, dresses soberly. That means he dresses up in a serious tone. He dresses up in a serious way. Alright? In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cat. Now, if the rebel is in between people who love dogs, he will immediately say that I love cats. Okay? In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. Now, in case if he is in the company or if he is with people who love cats, he will immediately change his mind and he will say he likes dogs better. So you see the contrasting behavior of the rebel. Let's see the meaning of the word soberly or sober, pronounced as sober. That means serious or sensible. Example, he has a sober view of life. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. So again, when all the people, when all the others are saying that it's really nice to have the sun out, it's nice and bright, the rebel immediately remarks. He says that there is so much of necessity for rain. There is a necessity for rain. Again, when everybody is welcoming the rain, they are happy that it's raining, it's cool, the plants are being watered. When they are welcoming the rain, the rebel immediately says or he feels sad that the sun is absent. He says that he wishes that the sun is out instead of the rain. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. Okay, so here when all the people are mingling with each other, when people get together and they are having fun, the rebel prefers to stay at home and he prefers to read a book. But when the others prefer to stay at home and when they wish to stay at home and read a book, at this time the rebel likes to go out and party. Okay, he likes to go out and mingle with people or his own activities. He likes to do his own activities. So let's see the meaning of regrets, pronounced as regrets. It means feel sad, repentant or disappointed. Usage in a sentence: she immediately regretted her words. Coming to the last part of the poem, when everybody says yes please, the rebel says no thank you. When everybody says no thank you, the rebel says yes please. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. So here it seems that when people are ready to accept certain things from others, they are cool with it, but the rebel at this time, he says no thank you, I don't want it. Okay, but in situations when the other people just reject or when they say no thank you for certain situations, at this time the rebel says yes please. That means he is ready to do it or he is ready to take it. Okay. Now finally the poet, he concludes by saying that it is actually good that we have rebels in our society, and one way or the other, in case if you are a rebel, it is not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy to become, or it is not easy to stay as a rebel, because the society is going to judge you, the society is going to blame you and talk about you more. So the poet is D.J. Endra.